Hey everybody out there, Chris here, and welcome back to this week's Dark Avenger comic book review. We're going into Uncanny X-Force number 24. Better artwork, finally, and in this issue, the entire issue is about X-Force going after the Age of Apocalypse Iceman. Well, the Age of Apocalypse versions of Iceman. It turns out Iceman escaped onto the regular Marvel Use Earth, and X-Force promised Nightcrawler from the Age of Apocalypse world that they would take him out and they would bring him, they would kill him basically. There's the funeral from the story that happened just before this. We find out what Betty had to give up so that she could save Venom X. Spoiler, 3, 2, 1, her emotions. Who didn't see that coming? So it's Wolverine, Deadpool, who really very minorly makes an appearance in this book, and Nightcrawler versus the Age of Apocalypse Iceman. And yeah, the fight doesn't go so well at first, and then you have Nightcrawler who shows up and beats the crap out of the Age of Apocalypse Iceman, and of course another spoiler here, he ends up killing him in the end. And then you have a shocker last 2 pages that I am not even going to begin to spoil. You guys gotta buy this book to see this part. All I'm gonna say is it involves Venom X and it involves Psylocke. That's it. You gotta buy the book to find the rest out, my friends. There's only so much I'll spoil before I say you gotta buy the book. Gotta buy the book to see the last 2 pages. Sorry, it's too... a few people probably will say they saw this coming. I saw this coming for sure, but... really good book. Can't wait for the next issue. And now we go into Venom number 16. Venom is escorting the Fly to maximum security prison. The Fly's like, Kingpin's after me. He wants his money and he's going to send people after me. And Hobgoblin, of course, shows up at a point. He's like, I just wanted the money for my son. You know, my son needs the money. In the end, though, it's Venom versus Hobgoblin, and then the Fly has to end it. And like the whole point is, the Fly is the target, and even Kingpin says he'll pay Venom if Venom will let Hobgoblin kill the Fly and just turn the other cheek. You know, like it never happened. Money and everything, and of course Venom turns him down. In the end, beautiful artwork, by the way. Of course, beautiful artwork. In the end, of course, though, the Fly escapes because Venom has to save one of the agents who falls off the side of the train. He says, please deliver the letter to my son in case I don't make it. Trust me, please still deliver the letter to my son in case I don't make it, and trust me, he'll find it illuminating. Meaning he wants him to read the letter, and the letter actually reads, I don't have a son. And I believe it's to be continued. It says, next, the Savage 6. And I see him back on the next cover, so I'm guessing he's chasing after the Fly in the next issue. I just want to make sure it is the Fly that he caught. I believe his name is the Fly. I'll call him the Fly, it doesn't even matter. But yeah, it was a really good book, really awesome fight, great artwork. I'm enjoying Venom. Venom is moving off into his own thing now, away from the Secret Avengers and away from the whole Death storyline or Ghost Rider storyline, and he's doing pretty well. Highly recommend Venom. It's pretty good. May not be Eddie Brock, but it's something. And yeah, Eddie Brock does not show up in this book. Next is a book I normally don't review. But it is involved in a 3-part story that is going, in my opinion, epically. The Omega Effect, The Punisher, number 10. Okay, they make a plan, they go into action. That's the whole point of this. And in this book, Daredevil's actually talking to the woman that's working with Punisher. What's her name, Mike?
Rachel.
He's talking to Rachel saying, you know, you don't have to follow Frank's path. You know, you have a choice still. I see you have a good heart, you know. Maybe there's a way, you know, he's trying to convince her not to follow in the same path as the Punisher. And, yeah, it's not going too well. So him and Spidey find a way to destroy the Omega drive. They send a message out to all of the big crime, and they say basically to deliver the message to deliver the message where he's going to be, which is Grand Central. They all show up, and he wants them all to see him destroy the Omega Drive, only something goes wrong. Michael, something goes wrong. I hate her. And Daredevil falls into the crowd of Hydra agents and everybody else. And it's to be concluded next week in Daredevil number 11. There's a lot more that goes on in this book. The only reason why I'm leaving stuff out is because Michael will be reviewing not only Punisher 10, but Avenging Spider-Man 6 and Daredevil 11. So I'm going to leave a little bit here for Michael. There's more to this book, and Michael will be reviewing this at the end of this month, I believe. Actually, this week is the last week for comic books. So probably this weekend I'll let Michael shoot his monthly review, so you guys can see in less than 5 days what I didn't talk about in Punisher number 10. Last book that doesn't involve Avengers Versus X-Men, The Amazing Spider-Man 684. Ends of the Earth. Spider-Man and the Avengers have been defeated, but Spider-Man gets away with Black Widow, thanks to Silver Sable. 2 girls and a Spider-Man. So they go off to find a way to stop Doc Ock. So Doc Ock takes all the Avengers in as prisoners, so to speak, and he makes his demands, and his demands are, it's 2 pages back, all of his cronies, the Sinister Six crime records to be expunged, and $2 billion for each of them as well. Minus him, of course, because he's dying. Except the Rhino, who Doc Ock promised something bigger. So they find out where one of the bases are that Doc Ock's working from. Spidey, Silver Sable, and Black Widow attack. Turns out that Sandman is the one that's in that's commanding that center or working in that center. It's a trap. He figures out a way that there's like a grain of sand that never changes with Sandman, and it's that grain of sand that they gotta rip out of the rest of the sand to stop him. And he creates actually an app that changes Sandman on his own, like it's some type of app that'll change him. He finds that one piece of sand, traps it. Sandman's taken out, and a huge revelation here. Doc Ock says he has one more demand: the world must come together as one and hunt down the global menace called Spider-Man and take him out. To be continued. Okay. So now Spider-Man's public enemy number 1. We'll see where the next issue goes. But the Avengers are out of the equation. The X-Men and everybody else aren't on Earth right now. So it's only up to these 3. Save the world. Ends of the Earth. Going really good. One of the Sinister Six is now taken out. Sandman is now out of the equation. Let's see how he takes out the others. We're now going into Avengers Versus X-Men. 2 books that are more like prequels. Avengers number 25. In this book, Avengers versus Hydra, putting a big period to the story arc that just happened in the last, putting an end to the last story arc. The Avengers take out, first of all, the artwork in this book is beautiful. The Avengers take out Hydra, who now claim to know all of their secrets. I love this artwork. I'm sorry, every time I look at it, it's a pleasure to look at. I love it. Whoever the artist in this book is, and I've got to give him a lot of credit, Walter Simonson. Wow, I'm sorry, I loved this book so much for its artwork. It's not even funny. So they take out Hydra. Hydra says, "We know your secrets. What makes you think we won't come back again?" And Cap's like, "Well, we won this day. You let us know." No, I'm sorry. Hawkeye says, "You let us know when the battlefield is now even, and you'll basically beat us." And in the very end, it's oh my God, what's his name? Novar talking with the Kree, and he's like, "The Phoenix Force is coming. Your duties to protect the Earth. This supersedes your duties to protect the Earth, and you must contain the Force." And yeah, he just must contain the Force, meaning, in other words, not help them stop it. They want him to contain it and bring it back to the Kree, I believe. So, looks like he's going to be going up against the Avengers soon. The next cover kind of shows it that way. We'll see what happens. Awesome. Really good. And Wolverine and the X-Men. Number 9 is another prequel on Wolverine and Beast's side. It puts an end to the past story arc. I can't really... This artwork is very hard to stand. It really is. But I made it. But it's easy to make it through the book. Here's some cap shots. It's you try as hard as you can. Cap comes to the school to talk to Wolverine, Beast, and the other X-Men about the Phoenix Force coming. They figure it out. They already figured it out before. Rachel and Quentin Quire both go down because of the Phoenix Force. They're put on medical beds. Wolverine's trying to figure out what to do. He tells the X-Men, take care of the school because me and Beast are going off. You know, we got to do what we got to do. Beast goes into space with the Secret Avengers, and Wolverine is going with the regular Avengers and New Avengers to Utopia. You get a nice Avengers shot here at the very end. And the last part, of course, has Gladiator talking about how he's going to Earth, and no matter what, he's going to take out the Phoenix Force and anybody who's looking to protect it, meaning Cyclops. So I'm looking forward to what happens next in Wolverine and the X-Men, because Cyclops, I believe, is going to be visiting the school in the next issue, because it says next issue Cyclops visits, so he's probably going to visit the school. Pretty good. And finally this week, book of the week, Avengers Versus X-Men, round 2. I'm with the Avengers. I'm getting all the Avenger covers. I won't be getting the default stuff. The AR stuff is I did not review Avengers Versus X-Men #1 Infinite, so I'm going to give you guys a brief review right here. It's a nice little tidbit. Do you need it? No. If you're willing to spend it, if you have the dollar that you want to put down so you can read the actual book, it's mostly about Nova. Be my guest. It was really, I enjoyed it. Is it worth $1? If you get Avengers Versus X-Men 1, you get it for free. In my opinion, why bother buying it? It was okay. It was a nice little add-on. So I got the Avengers side for this book, and I'll be getting the Avengers side for the next book. So the gauntlet was dropped. Now we got Avengers Versus X-Men throughout most of the book. It's Cyclops telling, it's Captain America telling Cyclops, you know, tell your men to stand down. Let's not do this fight. Love this scene where Cap's shield whacks Cyclops right in the face, and thus his visor gets. Oh, that felt so good. So they try to take the beach. Hope gets put in the custody of a few of the X-Men inside Utopia, and they're like, don't let her go no matter what. The rest is all Avengers vs. X-Men. Spoiler alert here. Quicksilver comes back into the equation in this book. It's good to see him, and it's obvious he's on the Avengers side because he's fighting Magneto. It's a whole dialogue between Cap and Cyclops. Cap he's on top of Cyclops. Wolverine and SpiderMan actually try to sneak into the school to take out Hope. Problem is, the closer, as she says, the closer the Phoenix Force gets, the more power grows inside of her. Also, there is an appearance, I forgot to mention, in the last 3 panels with the Scarlet Witch, who has a personal journal that says, this is how the world ends, and it shows the Phoenix Force. So, Hope is pretty much phoenixing out right now, because the Phoenix Force is really close to Earth. Both the Avengers and X-Men show up at the exact same moment to try to get Hope, and Hope's already gone, and yeah. She's on her way out. And next issue has the Avengers that are in space trying to contain the Phoenix Force. So I'm guessing the next issue is going to involve the Avengers in space trying to stop the Phoenix Force from even making it to Earth. Maybe it'll have a few parts. Maybe the next issue, or I don't know, the next issue shows Wolverine versus Cyclops. So we'll see what happens in 2 weeks with the Avengers versus X-Men. But wow, it's heating up. I mean, it's a slow-moving pace, but once again, guys, don't forget, it's 2 issues a month, 12 issues altogether, so of course it's going to move slow. It's 12 issues. I mean, we're only in issue 2. We have 10 more issues to go, 5 more months to do all that in, you know? No, we have 10 more issues, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, we got 5 more months. Yeah, what am I saying? It's too late. So yeah, we have 5 more months of this, so of course it's going to move slow. We've got basically a half year's worth of Avengers versus X-Men. This is the first month. 1 month down, 5 to go. So of course it's going to move slow. I would highly recommend checking this series out. It's fun. It's got that little new AR thing that kind of ruins the print version, but you can get the download version for free and read it digitally without those stupid AR stamps on it. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff going on with this book. We'll be getting Versus because Mike wants to read it. I'm going to check it out. Versus comes out next week, issue 1. It's going to be once a month as opposed to Avengers vs. X-Men, which is twice a month. Avengers, let's recap now, as always, and then we're going to conclude this week. Avengers Versus X-Men, Round 2, Issue 2. Check it out. Pretty good. Wolverine and The X-Men, number 9. Really good as well. Avengers 25. Pretty good. Both of those books were prequels to Avengers Versus X-Men, number 1. The Amazing Spider-Man 684, still going strong. The Punisher, number 10, was awesome. I enjoyed it. Will I be going to The Punisher? No. I'm going to leave that for Michael, but I'm enjoying the Omega Effect storyline. Can't wait to read Daredevil 11 next week for the conclusion. Venom 16 was good. Up to you guys. Uncanny X-Force 24 finally picks up the pace again. Highly recommend it. The Invincible Iron Man 515. Do not like the inhibitor, but like that Tony Stark knows what's going on and has his own little game that he's going to start playing in the next issue. Check it out. The Incredible Hulk 7. Normally I would drop the book after this because the artwork and everything was terrible. I'm going to hold on to it for the point 1 and the next issue. If Mike doesn't like it with the Punisher, and I probably won't like it, I'm probably going to drop it. We'll see in 2 issues if I drop it. Batman number 8. Best book of the week from DC. Also a good book from this week from DC is Batman Beyond Unlimited number 3. Green Lantern Corps number 8 restores my faith in the Green Lantern Corps book. So all the Green Lantern books are staying. Red Lantern's is done. Nightwing number 8 was pretty good. Up to you guys. Red Hood and the Outlaws 8 kind of fell short this month. Up to you guys. Micro Series Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Leonardo issue 4. Really good. Highly recommend checking out anything with the word Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on it. More Than Meets the Eyes Transformers number 4. Strongest of the 2 series. Really enjoying it. Up to you guys. The Manhattan Projects number 2. Really good as well. Up to you guys. BPRD Hell on Earth, The Long Death, issue 3 of 3. Series is over. Wait for it to come out in trade now, but I would say check it out. Star Wars Dawn of the Jedi number 3. If you guys like Star Wars, you'll be reading this. If not, then you won't. And finally, The Secret Service number 1. Really good. Dave Gibson, Mark Millard. Need I say more? Loving it. Okay, so that was this week, the week of the 18th and the 11th, 2012, April. This weekend, hopefully the comic review will be on time, and we will conclude April, and we're going into May next. So we'll see what happens. Got a couple of number 1s coming out in May. And I have a number 1, I believe, coming. I have a couple of number 1s possibly coming next week. See you guys in the next Dark Avenger comic book review in the weekend. We'll be doing an unboxing Friday, as always, this Friday. Might have a Comic Corner episode, might not. Really depends. Brand new shirt, tfury.com. Every day it's a different shirt. You won't be able to get this shirt anymore, but maybe you'll find a shirt in the future you like. Check it out. Take care, everybody. Keep reading. Keep collecting. I'll be back soon with another video. And, yeah, a lot more cards. There is another card video that's probably going to be uploaded after this video. Mike has a video he wants to shoot, and you guys will see why when he shoots it. And, like I said, Comic Book Corner possibly this week also. We'll see how if time permits, because I'm going to be subbing all week. I already know it. Catch you guys soon. Take care.